Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and I haven't posted in a long while. And I decided that I was going to compile a bunch of the footage on my phone and make an Elsa video, showcase how good she has been for me. When I ranked her to rank 3, she was my only duped 7-star that I had as a skill, and I had the skill rank up gem from Necropolis. And to be honest, I wasn't too excited about it, but I kind of needed some prestige, and I knew she was good, but she just really hadn't grown on me, and she was sitting there at rank 2. I just hadn't used her a lot. This past season and the last season has this crush node, which has been an absolute nightmare for my enjoyment, for a lot of the people that I play with, enjoyment in Alliance War. It's just been a kind of frustrating meta. But Elsa, she just kicks butt. So I have like 40 plus fights that I have recorded from War, and we're just going to showcase what she can do. So this is on path 2, and so there's going to be about half of these fights that are going to be from when I was in AXMN, Astonishing X-Men, which was last season, and then the other chunk are going to be from me in X5E, which is an alliance that I've been in for a really long time. I came back to them, kind of restructured how they do it. But you can see that, like, that pig just disappeared. Spider pig just appeared. That was on path 2. So a lot of these fights in this first part of the video are going to be from path 2, and then a bunch of minis and whatnot. And then in the second part, when I'm in X5E, a lot of the fights are going to be going up path 5, because that's just what I was assigned. We just kind of have fixed paths. You take care of your path, pick up some minis and whatnot, and have at it. So here we have an overseer on One Eye Open, on that second mini island, and we got an overseer. The one nice thing with Elsa is that she has that easy opening right there, with her counterattack to get some openings. And I don't really have to carry, or don't have to worry, don't have to care so much about the One Eye Open, with like getting a parry and a heavy knockdown, just because the damage that you take back, because there's like a 90% protection on, it just doesn't matter all that much. And then after he does his special, he's got that little green shield up. Need to be careful to not get auto blocked. And there I just kind of stuttered in to get my counterattack in, and I get parried. Yeah, whatever. And then here we're just gonna blast him with a special 2. Fortunately, I didn't have like all of my bullets up, but ton of damage there. And then we're just gonna one hit, and then wait and try to bait out his shield, and then we can get an opening. And the other nice thing is like when I throw a special, he'll put those special concussions on, but it won't last, and I'll end up turning it into a precision because she purifies those non-damaging debuffs. And then here we're gonna use the relic to get an opening, and then we're gonna block bait another opening and blast them away. And I think this should just about do it. So going through a bunch of these fights, there's probably numerous ways you can play Elsa, because she's got her behemoth busters. What are they called? She's got her 2 behemoth busters and her hellfire rounds. The hellfire rounds are the charges that you see that are the incinerate and cold snap, the little orange icon. And then you have the behemoth busters, which kind of look like an armor break thing when you put them on, but those are the blue ones, those little shield things. And when I first started playing Elsa, I would be more focused on getting the damage that you get from the Hellfire rounds, getting the incinerates on. But as I've started to play her more, I feel like it's generally a lot more beneficial, pending the matchup or whatever, to just get the Behemoth busters on. You can see that pig just, again, another pig. I don't think I have any more pig fights, but the pig, he has small health pool and he dies so fast. And she has an anti-evade thing, but because the health pool isn't so big, dies really fast. But generally, I try to get as many light enders and then counterattacks as I can before I start applying any of the Hellfire rounds. And you might ask, why? It's because I feel like the damage output is significantly higher. So the more Behemoth Busters you apply, when you crit, you get red damage, and it's a pretty decent red damage. So like on a regular fight that's not science, not large or extra large, with a Sig 20 Elsa, it's like about 2k. This is a really bad start on the Void fight, but whatever. So every time you crit and you have a Behemoth Buster up, you get 2k, and then if you have two of them up, you get 4k, and they just kind of keep multiplying. And the more you have up when you actually do apply the Hellfire rounds that incinerate, or in this case against that Void fight, the Cold Snap, they do more damage. Let me see if I can get the details on that while they've got this footage going. Yeah, it's a 50% increased potency. So yeah, it's just beneficial to have Behemoths up. I think more so than the Incinerates, because I feel like you just get more damage, especially when you're critting. So I always try to get my counterattack in, and then I always try to just do light attacks, light attack enders to apply Behemoths, the busters, and then people just get busted up. I mean, that's just how it is. And then launching like a special 2 with all of the Hellfire rounds available, and you have a whole bunch of the busted debuffs on, the damage just gets pretty nutty. And then as far as like doing special 1s versus special 2, it depends. Here we're gonna get smacked up a little bit by Titania because we don't have the taunt up. You see, and this fight's on the mini island, so we can get the miss and whatnot. We're basically just trying to play this out slow. The one nice thing with Elsa with this tactic is that the counterattack, when you use that to parry a medium attack, it counts as an intercept. So you can see right here, I'm kind of just waiting to have that. I was waiting for two things. Waiting to get the counterattack back, and then she was about to get the her haymaker. But here you can see I'm gonna try to get the. There we go. We got the parry, triggered the counterattack. We got the taunt. So now we can block the unblockables with the tactic. Although she, of course, waited out that taunt. So now I'm trying to wait it out. But check that out. Full dex, rooted, special 2. Yeah, super annoying. She can be super annoying. And then here, she wasn't unblockable because we didn't have any of the daunted debuffs on us. And now it looks like we're in Assassin's Reign, and Assassins turned off getting some daunted on us, but we get the solo there against Titania on the island. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going through a whole bunch of fights, and I'll just kind of be talking through a lot of this footage. So this is on path 2, section 1 against a Nick Fury. So this one is if you have the node, and I don't have all these nodes and everything noted, and in most of these fights, I typically am like triple rainbows boosted, but generally like I'm never really max boosted in war. Generally I'll be like 20% health and attack, 15% attack, and like a 15% health boost. And then like the gray boosts I have used fairly minimally in war, especially last season. This season maybe a little bit more, but generally I don't have any gray boosts on. Generally I don't have any like skill boosts on. I think maybe for like a boss fight or something that I've done, I'll put those on, but Elsa doesn't really, not that she doesn't benefit greatly from it, but she just doesn't need it, and it's just a cost that's really not needed. So on this one, it's like if you don't have a buff up, your parry stuns will be reduced, but because of the placebo buffs, generally you'll always have a buff up. It has like a nullify node on this, but that's not applicable here because Fury can't nullify, so I won't be able to take damage from that. And this Fury, he's kind of going down fairly nice. Need to get a little intercept in there. And I basically stuck to the special ones in this fight. We could block that special, although we tried to dex out of it. We could have blocked it because we had the steadfast up from the sturdy node. And we could have gotten the counter evade because he didn't have any of his charges up. But yeah, pretty simple knockdown or takedown there. And then we're going to take out this SpiderGwen. So basically the one cool thing with Elsa's kit is that if a defender evades, and they have to evade first, if they evade in the fight, then your Hellfire round changes from Incinerate to Cold Snap. So there, she evaded. So the next time I put on her Hellfire round, you can see there, we switched to Cold Snap, and now SpiderGwen cannot evade. So we just full dex the special, because special's pretty simple to dex. Could have blocked it, I had the taunt up, and then we get the taunt back up, and SpiderGwen goes down. Here we have a spot on this node that has the Scared Stiff, Power Focus 2 Bubble Shield, which can be pretty annoying because Spot's specials, he's got a lot of hits in them. This is just a rank 4 Spot, and rank 3 Elsa versus rank 4 Spot. You're gonna see how silly it gets. I don't even think this dude throws one special. It's pretty nice to me. This was a long time ago, but I kind of still I remember a lot of these fights, but I know a lot of them have been. It's been a while, but I think Elsa is able to just nuke this guy down without him throwing any specials whatsoever, and it's kind of interesting because the taunt's up and he just doesn't throw. Oh no, he does throw one. Okay, maybe it was a different fight. So here we do shrug off the root, which is nice. And we counter that second root with one hit into a special. And then we're just going to, yeah, he kind of goes into his block, and I think we're going to nuke him right here, and he's dead. So stuck to the special ones on that one. Worked out pretty well. Didn't have to block too much, although I got to 10 charges on the next hit. Would have been unblockable, but all right. So here we got a void on the stunning reflection, polka dot power, brute force node on the island, and Elsa's a really good counter for void because she can shrug off the debuff. So like if you mismanage your 10 hit combos and you get an intimidating present debuff applied to you, Elsa is awesome because that debuff won't last for more than like 2 seconds. Let me see if I can check. Every 2.6 seconds. 2.6 seconds. She'll shrug it off and she'll turn that debuff into a precision, which means she's going to be critting more, which means your damage is going to get really, really good. And so for this, because it's got the stunning reflection, we cannot parry. So we have to block bait everything. But we can do the counter evades. And when I have that steadfast up, I'm just going to try to block as much as possible. And when we have that counter evade up, we're going to get easy openings. And you can see this void is melting down pretty good. And I'm really not even caring about the debuffs on me that he will place and like my combo in this fight. I'm just kind of doing as much hits, as much special ones as possible. We are getting the polka dot power from the cold snaps, and then there we got the last counter evade and void goes down, no problem, fairly minimal damage taken. And here we got a Shuri on this is path 2 section 2 first fight, a rank 3 Shuri. And it's nice because Shuri, she can't be parried, at least by most champs. She doesn't get stunned, but the counterattack she does, Elsa can apply that, which gives us an opening outside of like intercepts and countering specials and whatnot. So far so good. We're gonna take a couple block specials, actually eat part of that, and there we've used all of our busted debuffs now, so that's recharging. I think I'm trying to bait out a heavy, and then here we're gonna get him with a special, gonna get her with special too, and that was a lot of damage. Didn't quite take her out, but here we're gonna counter evade. We're not critting a bunch at the moment. She's got a lot of armors going, and so we've taken quite a bit of chip damage, but Shuri goes down. Let's see, what do we got up next? Oh, we got a Sandman. So Sandman on that same polka dot power, stunning reflection, brute force mini. Sandman is not immune to incinerate, so when I'm going to do the counter evade and then end my combo in a medium to apply the incinerates, and then I can parry, and I'm going to parry as much as I can outside of getting smacked there, because the stunning reflection, I think you get more damage under the stun, if I remember right. And I'm gonna get smacked around just a little bit because I didn't have my taunt up. And here, there we go. We get the counter evade, end in a medium, put the incinerate on, and I think we're just gonna block this. Yes. And we're getting all those precisions from purifying those like petrifies and whatnot, and took some damage. But Sandman goes down. Okay, so now I do remember this fight specifically. You can see me. You see that? I'm clicking on Punisher. You see that? I was clicking on Punisher, and then I go in, and it still was Elsa? Because I hadn't looked back on this footage, but I remember I was planning to take this fight with Punisher 2099. I brought him in for this war to test him out, and he did one fight earlier, did okay. He's gonna do this fight. But yeah, going in class disadvantage, and Dani, I mean, she's tactic. She can be annoying. You don't want to let her get to the special too. But I can't remember. And she just doesn't want to throw a special in this fight. It's like, come on. Come on. Oh, sure. I get parried. Yeah, that wasn't nice. And I think I just finish her off right here. So I have that passive damage that she's got going, but she ends up dying. But yeah, if you look back at the start of that fight, I think I hit Punisher, clicked on Punisher like 7 times and it never changed. Whatever. So I took some damage, which is not ideal, but you know, in the wars that we're doing, this was the next fight later on in the war against this Joe Fixit. It's just a rank 1 duped. It's on the Scared Stiff node with the root and whatnot. I believe we do end up at some point eating a special one. Yeah, right here. So, and the one difference is like, well, what? You know, I did the counter evade, but I didn't get the taunt, and I got it there again, and I didn't get the taunt. And so you might ask, like, why is that? The counter evade does not count as an intercept unless it's a medium attack that you're counter evading and parrying and whatnot. If it's a light attack, it won't. So just got to keep that in mind. So like, if you want to get that counter attack to count as an intercept to apply the taunt, or if like you're on path 5 ebb and flow intercept, you want to make sure you got some distance so that they're charging in and throwing a medium versus close proximity and potentially just throwing a light attack at you. Had learned that the hard way in a couple of fights towards the beginning, but that's why I wasn't able to block those, and it's not the biggest deal because I was ended up able to just get some bleed damage. So here we have a rank 3 Silk, and you can see this fight didn't start at full health. I'm helping out finish this off. Unfortunately, one of our guys lost all the attack bonus on this fight, and I can't remember who they used. Something that had to deal with the miss mechanic, and it totally screwed over their champ, and they didn't consider that. So I'm going in for cleanup. This is a rank 3 Silk, and Elsa just does a pretty dang good job. And you see here, I'm waiting out the miss. I turn that miss into a precision. Now I'm waiting to get my counterattack. There we get the counterattack slash intercept. We get the taunt up. And now we can block the specials. If she throws it, she's not. So I'm backing up so that I can come back in, get the taunt back up with the counterattack. And she's at 1%. I had that stinking taunt up, missed, and there she goes. She goes down. So I did the cleanup on that node on the island. And then here we have another Shuri, similar fight that I had earlier in the video. And I'm trying to think if this one goes better or worse. I'm not sure. But this is basically just like a regular Shuri fight. And put some boost on, and we're gonna go in. Like, where's my health boost? There's an attack boost. So these are a little bit. This is like the smaller boost that I would put on. And yeah, again, Elsa is just good for Shuri because she's got those easy openings with the counterattack. Since normal champs can't parry, except like, I don't know, like Proxima, and there's a few champs that can parry Shuri, but Elsa is one that she can't parry, but she gets the openings with that counterattack. So here we're gonna get another one, and yeah, this fight goes significantly better than the other one. Yeah, it goes super clean. And Shuri's gone. Alright, so next up we got, this is Quicksilver on the, was it buffet? No, power snack. So I took this fight and I was like, I think this one I wasn't planning on taking, but then nobody kind of called for it. So I was like, Elsa can do this. Now, I should have put on like an invuln boost, because the thing is Quicksilver's gonna put some of those whiplashes on, plus I'm gonna be getting the power stings, and as you can see, power snack, when I convert those debuffs into precisions, that's gonna feed the power snack to where I don't have a lot of control. And while I was doing some good damage, he gets to special 3. He's gonna hit me pretty good, but I don't die. I do have whatever the mastery is that reduces damage per debuff. I do have that active, so that does help on the special 3, because I had several busted, several cold snaps up. We survive. Here we got a Nick Fury. Again, this is on that first node on section 2, sorry, path 2, section 1, where you get the placebos. But if you put a non-damaging debuff on, the placebos don't get applied to you, or it refreshes that timer. And then if you parry without buffs active, your stun duration goes down. But yeah, we take out the first part of Nick Fury in like 30 seconds. That was a good amount of time. And he's ticking away now. Just bait the special 2. And we're gonna go in, I think Relic, yeah. Full combo. And light him up there. Push him back to special 2. And he's just melting. If we get him to throw one more special, and there we go. That was a pretty dang clean Nick Fury fight. And then one nice thing is if he bleeds you, he'll start taking damage. So if you mess up and get clipped and get a bleed on, you get some extra damage against Fury. Alright, so now we're up on the island again, and we have this Gorr. I think this fight was also one that really didn't get called, and I was like, I can take it. And I think this guy actually has suicides on. Yeah, he does. And I think somebody called that out, or maybe I had a fight earlier in the map and this guy had suicides. I was like, oh, if he's got suicides, I should be able to take him with Elsa. And so he has lots and lots and lots of buffs, which means you can see the falter that you're going to get from when they expire can be quite frequent. And so got to be mindful of that. The one nice thing with Elsa is that she can purify that. Like right there, we purified it and we got precision. And this fight's going perfect. I'm full yellow bar. I'm like, dude, this is great. This is great. And then right there, I get the falter. I'm like, okay. And then I get... there we go. We got the counterattack again. And somewhere we're at 2%. And right there. Wasn't paying attention. And he tags me. And I lose 50% of my health just like that. I'm like, great. Because I have this next fight, which is another Overseer, Polka Dot Power, Stunning Reflection. Ideal to have more health, but we're just going in. So this guy's got suicides on. So we can turn off Stunning Reflection with our medium enders. Granted, we need to make sure that he doesn't have his little green shield up from him throwing a special. So we can only hit him once, but we can stun him. We can heavy counter him. And we were late there. Luckily, he only gave us a little combo because we should have been dead. Get him with the special too. We got the special concussion and we just purified that. So we got the precision up and we had to wait out. I probably could have comboed there, but thought I was going to get stunned from the double hit because that green shield was still up. But we get the solo. Yeah. All right, new war going up. This is path 2 still, section 1. We got a Mr.Negative. Elsa's a pretty good negative counter because you don't have to stun him to get your openings. Or no, this is switching over to X5E. So now I'm on path. This is path 5. This is path 5, section 1. Oh, so this is an interesting fight. So I wasn't 100% certain how well this would go. So this is the ebb and flow knockdown. So you do want to knock him down, but if I knock him down, I don't get my debuffs. So you're gonna see me just play this fight without knocking him down until I think like special 3. So you can see when I crit, I'm still getting decent damage. Getting less than normal, but I'm getting decent damage from the busted debuffs giving me that red damage. And then here I'm gonna throw this special 3. And then this is going to put ebb and flow on cooldown and give me the fury. And normally I do like to push Mr.Negative to special 2s. And of course he pretty much waits out the entire ebb and flow fury before I can do like any damage. Now here I parried, so I gave him some light energy, and we're just gonna knock him down and deal with the delirium. Actually, we didn't have to deal with it because he was dead. So it actually worked out pretty well. Like the damage without ebb and flow, it turned out to be pretty good. All right, so we're gonna go into, this is later on this war. So I have 4, 5, 6. I mean, there's quite a few fights where I fight Morbius on this node or the next node. This is section 2, path 5, first node. So it's the ebb and flow intercept, which Elsa is great for because if they come dashing at you with the medium and you parry and do the counterattack, that counts as an intercept. It puts the ebb and flow on cooldown. It also has Sadist on this node. So the more debuffs that I put on Morbius, the harder he's going to hit. Which having busted debuffs on plus incinerates, there's going to be quite a few, but it's all right. It's not that bad. So one thing that I do try to do on the ebb and flow, particularly when it's a tactic champ that's going to get me rooted, I try to hold off on the counter evade charge that will give me the taunt until after I've hit him a few times. So that way when I push him over special 1, I have that taunt up, and then I can just block the stupid unblockable garbage. Here I'm trying to bait out his unblockable slide thingy. I didn't get a counter evade on it. So the ebb and flow is not knocked down, and I'm just like, look, I'm going for this. And we got it. We pretty much ended full health. Not the ideal fight, but I think that was probably maybe the most healthy that I have ended that fight. And then here we have a Photon. Elsa deals with photons so well. Like in Battlegrounds, I love it when I can get Elsa drafted and they throw out a photon thinking that they're gonna like wreck me or whatnot, and she just gets wrecked. So here again, this is polka dot power, stunning reflection. So here I'm trying to bait out a heavy, and again I'm trying to get an opening where I give them some power, and then later I use the counter attack to get that intercept right there. So that way when they do throw, I can block it. Now you can evade her special one fairly easily. But if I can block it, I'll probably just end up blocking it. There, we get the taunt back up. We don't really want to stun her, even though we can disable the stunning reflection. And I think we do. I probably should have just went for it right there and ended with like a special 1 or special 2. But yeah, it's all right. And we finish it off right there. Yeah, I probably could have finished it earlier and not taken all that chip damage, but it's okay. That was my last fight of that war. But Elsa, she really does some good business against Photon. Here we got another Quicksilver. This one, I'm trying to think what node this is. Is this the regen node? Or is this, I think this is the regen mini on the first island. The first mini island. And then we're just gonna bust this dude down. So it's an Ascended Quicksilver. Am I looking for boosts? I usually don't put red boost on. I don't remember using it for this one, but I'm guessing I have a couple fights other than this one in sequence. Yeah, so this is the first island. Yeah. I've looked at my boost. Am I putting on something else? Invuln? Okay, sure. I guess I didn't really want to die on this one. Yeah, so it's got the personal space regen. So the one nice thing is because I can easily put debuffs on, whether through busted or incinerates or once he evades cold snaps, that will help the regens get topped off with despair. It's gonna prevent a lot of the regen. And there, we can block that because we got the taunt up and the steadfast that goes with it from the sturdy tactic. And the funny thing is I don't even think I threw a special 2 in this fight, so the power back didn't really do jack. Here I was waiting for the opening for the counterattack to come back up, and Quicksilver goes down fairly easily. And let's see, what else do we got after this? Do we have another fight? I'm guessing we have another. Yeah, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, we got boss. So that's why I got boss fight. All right, so we got a photon. It's an Ascended Photon. So I'm pretty decently boosted. Medium boost plus some skill boosts plus a invuln boost. And we're just gonna go in. I didn't heal up 90%. It's good enough, right? So I'm gonna get an intercept to start. So I got that taunt, and then I can refresh that with the counter evade. So I have the taunt up, so I can block her hits, her specials, without any problems. And then I'm converting all of her debuffs slowly into that precision. I'm gonna trigger her light form by hitting into the block, and then we're just gonna wait it out, because I mean I can block her specials, but if I'm not gonna be rooted, or if I do have the opportunity to dex it, then I'm gonna try to dex most of the time, not all the time. We don't have any taunt up this time, so we got a Dex the special one in full. We got it. We got the precision going. We got the busteds on, and we're doing some pretty solid damage. I mean, those 10k crits, 12k, 14k, and then all that red damage, 6k, 6k. I mean, it's good. It's good. All right. Special 2. I thought I blocked all that, but I guess I got clipped at the end. Whatever. She's in her light form. We're going to wait that out one more time. And then we're going to go back in and start smashing. Get the counter evade. Just got to love that opening. And then here we go. I thought that was going to be a special 2. It was just a hair short. But that's okay. And then we get one more special one. And boss is down. So rank 5 Ascended Photon. Blast it down with my girl Elsa. Next war, again, we got this Morbius on the Ebb and Flow Intercept Sadist node. Again, I'm just going to try to use the free intercept whenever possible, because it's the safest. I mean, you can get intercepts as well, but take the free ones with the parry. Granted, right there, so that's it. I got the Ebb and Flow still active because I countered his attack when it was a light attack, so it didn't count. So there, I snuck in an intercept, luckily, and so I was able to block that special 2. But like up to that point, I hadn't gotten any intercepts off, and it was, sketchy. I'd have to like fully dex his specials and whatnot. But yeah, and then I think we're gonna finish him off right here with a special 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. That one was an okay fight. Minus getting a little risky with intercepts and having to dex instead of being able to block the unblockable his special 2. All right, so we got another Photon. I remember this Photon. So this is an Ascended Photon. Rank 5, it's on that personal space regeneration node, and this fight's interesting because like the first beginning of the fight, like I do all these hits and we end up doing like no damage because the regen just like offsets all the damage that I end up doing. So you can see she's got 3 regens, 4 regens. I do have Despair, but yeah, this wasn't going anything like the Quicksilver fight, and I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna back off, we're gonna reset, and we're gonna try again. So we activated her life form, and we're just gonna wait it out, and we're gonna start back up at 100%. Why not? Yeah, so I was actually kind of worried at this point, because I was like, holy crap, am I going to be able to do enough damage to kill this chick? Or is the regen just going to smoke me? And so there we go. So we got almost down to 50, halfway down. And then we're just blocking. We're blocking and then eating the last part? Sure. All right, so we got all recharged. And going for some more combos. Got a regular intercept, and then we're just going for it. Special 2. Got her. So a lot of extra health in that fight, but we got that Photon down. And then next we have a Titania. This is a rank 3 Titania. This is up on the island, and for like this fight, it's a little bit longer of a fight just because I'm trying to be patient, make sure I don't get faltered. because when I cross 1 bar of power, we got to do a knockdown, right, or something like that. We're going to give, how does it work? I can't remember how it works out at the moment, but here we got the intercept. We can block her special. We also got to watch her haymaker charges and make sure that we don't like intercept or do something while she can activate haymaker at us. So here we're just going to block all this stuff. It's fine. We got a bunch of debuffs on us. Not a big deal. We're going to purify a bunch of that. And there she activates haymaker. We're just going to back off. Or can we not even get faltered on this fight? Because to get faltered, she has to have a buff fall off. I think for the main goal in this fight was make sure I have my taunt up, block her specials, and then just make sure that yeah, so we don't have taunt here. And check this out, full dex. I think I've done that twice now, and I think each time was pure luck. You can call it luck, you can call it lucky skill. I don't know. It's not something you can really practice, because you can't practice the route outside of war. But okay, so then here's another interesting fight. So I didn't think that I thought the next fight was going to be more tricky than this one. So earlier on, this is Path 5, Section 1, Ebb and Flow Knockdown. And so when you do the counter evade on Scorpion, that triggers his Scorpion sense. And you'll get smacked. So hopefully you don't get smacked too hard doing that. And then for the rest of the fight, I'm just going to make sure that I have the cold snaps active so that he can't evade me again. And I'm going through this and I'm like, okay, this is going okay. Minus getting whacked there. But if I knock him down, then I lose all my debuffs, which means he's going to be able to Scorpion Sense, counter evade, smack me, and all that kind of stuff. Which is no bueno. But we're like halfway through the fight, and it's not going terrible, but it's also not going great. I'm using a lot of light enders now, but basically I have to, every combo or every other combo, I need to put on that cold snap. Kind of got lucky there because he could have evaded either one of those. And we're just going for it without knocking him down. And Scorpion does go down. We lost some health, but we didn't even deactivate Ebb and Flow Knockdown on that fight. It worked. Whatever. So then here we got this Mantis, and I'm gonna apply, not just because I'm on lower health because I lost some from that Scorpion, but I'm gonna apply a regen boost because that turns off Mantis's debuff tranquilize thingy at the beginning. So I get some regen, plus I can land debuffs like normal for the first part of this fight. So normally when I fight Mantis, I like to bait her heavies and counter her heavies because you can't generally rely on parries. But this has got the heavy hitter node, so she goes unstoppable. And I don't want her throwing special ones, which she just did. So I got that sleep thingy going on. So I'm holding out, and then I'm going to counter right when that's expiring to get the knockdown and start going at it. So besides getting intercepts and hoping that the parries do land, yeah, we're gonna use a striker here. I think we're gonna get the heavy knockdown. Yes. But we can't just use normal like block bait heavies in this fight because then she'll be unstoppable. But we do want to push the special 2 whenever possible. And then I think I'm just gonna close this out with the special, and she dies. So I was most concerned about that fight. I didn't lose like hardly any health. It went down okay. Scorpion fight was a little bit whatever. And then this is another war. Again, that same note that I just took Mantis on, Path 5, Section 1. It's got the aggression, precision, ebb and flow knockdown, and heavy hitter. So Elsa's not like the best Fury counter. But we can still do the counter evade so long as he has 5 or less charges. And if we do end up getting tagged by Fury and we bleed, we'll get some damage back to him. But we really just want to make sure that we don't let too many of those precisions go up, because like if he gets those precisions up, and we should have just blocked all that. I don't know why it did. So even though that the defender is not tactic, I can still apply taunts from the intercepts, which gives you the steadfast. So I could have blocked that special one. I didn't. Whatever. Alright, so here we got the knockdown. And just the most tricky part of this fight is when the LMD is gone, because you can't parry, can't really block bait anything because of the heavy hitter. So, you know, to get that protection down, gotta do the knockdown, and his LMD drains less when you don't have him knocked down. So here we get him knocked down, and LMD's going away. We're able to push him to special 2. And then I think we're just going to do, special. Get the knockdown again. Let the LMD kind of tick its way off. And then towards the end, when he's down by close to 30%, then we're going to fight off the rest of him. But I can't get the counter evade. You see that evade failed because he's at 11 charges. I'm like, if I keep parrying him, I can get him below 5. I don't know that I actually end up doing that. I think I might get an intercept. Maybe. I tried for it. Tried for it again. 3rd time's a charm. Okay. There we go. He's got a whole bunch of precisions going though. A whole bunch of precisions. That's not unblockable. We're going to block it. And we get some nice crits. Protection's back up, 5%, unblockable, and we got him. So that went okay. Kind of long, kind of can get a little bit scary, but that went okay. For I think that was an Ascended Fury. And then we got another Morbius. If you've seen this one, seen the other ones, another rank 2 Morbius. Everybody's got a Morbius. Even I have a Morbius now. Free to play, I pulled him from a Titan. But yeah, so again, we're just going to try to get his glide down and then intercept with the counter evade. We get a regular intercept there. We can block all of this. We just take a hit. But here you go. Here's the nice thing with Elsa. You're going to put a bleed on me and you're not a mutant. You take damage for like, because these bleeds are really long and they're the duration's huge, but the potency is only 5 per tick. So I'm healing from it and he's taking damage from it. Granted that, again, I didn't have a taunt up to block the unblockable. I still don't have a taunt up. Can I get a taunt up? I don't have the, no. Get tagged again. Dexed most of it. But yeah, I just, yeah, when he does that glide, I guess the counter evade, it also doesn't count towards an intercept. So, yeah. There we go. We got an intercept, and then we're just going to blast him away. So that is definitely not the cleanest one out of the prior. I think there might be one more of those dudes. But, yeah. All right, so we got a rank 3 Mysterio, polka dot power, stunning reflection, brute force, and we're gonna bring our Elsa in, and we're gonna light this boy up. So he's not incinerate immune. I'm gonna put on an invuln boost just for this fight in case I parried while stunning reflection was down, which was kind of silly. It's pretty easy to take that shield down because I'm just going to counter and then double medium, take it down right away, and then just smash. And then when it goes back on cooldown, just end in a medium. We're going to wait this out. We're going to take some brute force, whatever. And then full combo, another full combo, special 2, some beautiful damage there. I'm not exactly sure what happened there because I counter evaded, but I wasn't like in range. Still missing. That's fine. It's just a little bit of damage, right? And then we're going to full combo special 1. And I think it's going to just about do it. Just about do it. Gotta love the counter evade. Counter evade when you can't stun or you just want that easy opening. It's awesome. Alright, so now we're going up. This is Path 5, Section 2. Okay, so this is where I fought a bunch of the Morbiuses. He's going to be on the next fight. But this one's got Titania. And I think this fight actually goes pretty well. Again, I'm going to use the counter evade to get my free intercepts for the ebb and flow. But I'm going to wait out the Haymaker first. So wait that out, and then I'm going to go to town. So we get the ebb and flow down. Free intercepts. Gotta love the free intercepts. It's like no risk involved. That's the one lovely thing about Titania. Or not Titania, Elsa. And then I'm going to be purifying a bunch of her debuffs. I get my free intercept again. I'm going to light her up. We got the Haymaker coming up. We got the taunt. I can block all that. I'm going to let Haymaker run out. Purify a bunch of those precisions and then get my free intercept. I mean, it's the nice thing. So like, it's not like I can't intercept but I don't know, like if I don't have to, I generally won't unless I'm just like, it just feels like it's the flow. I just don't like to force it. And on the ebb and flow intercept, I feel like oftentimes you gotta like force it sometimes. Anyway, so now we got Mighty Charge, ebb and flow intercept. So he's going to be purifying my busted and my incinerate debuffs as he charges at me and whatnot. We're going to try to let him get off his glide first before we start doing anything. And I think this guy like dances with me for like forever. There we go. Okay. So we got the glide off. Now we can get the clean counterattack. Ebb and flow is down. We're going to try to stay as close as possible to him so that he actually doesn't purify the debuffs from Mighty Charge. And here we get a nice intercept. Blast him with a special 2. We're going to block this and go back in, and he's dead. Yeah, that was a clean fight. That went really well. So another Morbius in the grave. Alright, so then we got which note is this? Okay, so this is in Path 5, Section 1. We got a SpiderGwen. And Elsa's a really good counter for SpiderGwen because she can put on the Cold Snap when she evades once. So you're going to see me do some light attacks, and there we go. Try to get the evade. So we got the evade, and then we do a double medium to apply the cold snap, and then we just parry heavy, and then we can go full combos because she can't evade us. And I'm trying to think. I think I get hit. Yep, there we go. So we get hit a little bit. That's okay. I think I was not ready for the ebb and flow to be off or whatnot, but whatever. So ebb and flow's back down. Special 2 didn't get too many crits, but she melted. She melted after. I didn't even have to hit her. Special 2 ended up killing her. Just took a second. All right, and then what do you know? We got another Morbius on the Mighty Charge, ebb and flow, second node, path 5 and section 2. Don't remember. I don't know if this is gonna be as clean as the other one, but I don't know. I fought this guy many times now, and I don't know. I guess people die to him on this node. I'm not sure who people try to use, because I see this guy on path 5 like all the time. We'll just try to stay close, keep those busted buffs active. Okay, we got hit. Whatever. Alright, we used our counter evade and got nothing out of it. Okay, we got hit again. That's okay. He's taking some damage from the bleed, from bleeding me. And then special 2, and this dude's roasted. So we took some damage. It wasn't clean, but full attack bonus. Alright, a couple more fights. Alright, so I'm doing some cleanup on this fight. I'm not sure who was used, but got Titania, rank 3. Taken one on this node before. I don't think I called this one out to take, but I'm going to take this fight plus something right after it. What do I take after this? I think it's like a photon or a silk or something. But it's got power focus 2, bubble shield, scared stiff, so you got to hit, otherwise you can get rooted. And watch out for lots of specials. Watch out for the haymaker. I did put a invuln boost on just because this fight can be annoying, depending on how the AI pans out. And I just totally get hit there. Did I not put an invuln boost on? Maybe I was thinking about it, but I ended up not. Yeah, whatever. There's just a little bit left, right? There's just a little bit left. Yeah, take some damage. Sure. And then I think this special 2 is gonna blow her over. There we go. Alright, so I know I gotta fight like right after this. Yeah, it's a photon. Another photon. It's on the island, left side, right there. Let's go get it. Photon. Thinking, there we go. I think this is a rank 3. Yep, rank 3 photon. I put on a white mags simply because I had an available extra. I'm gonna put another one on that Chavez after this. I put on a health potion because I lost some health on that Titania that I wasn't expecting, and I think I put on an invuln just because it would have been nice had I done it on the fight before, because it probably would have saved me the health potion. But you know, whatever. Yeah, so photon, there we go. We're gonna beta heavy. That's generally what I try to do. Try to beta heavy, give him some power, and then use my counterattack so that I have maximum uptime on my taunt, so that I can get the unblockable and stuff when I'm rooted, in case I'm not going to be dexing the specials And you can see this photon is getting wrecked. So she's halfway, 30 seconds in, she's halfway down. And 2 specials. Get another counter evade. And I think we just go for this. Yes. 2 special ones. No special 2s. Rank 3 photon, dead. Alright, and then we got another dead dude, Morbius. Ebb and flow, intercept. Maybe I shouldn't have included all of these Morbius fights, but it's what I fought, you know. Alright, so this one went a little bit better. I got the glide off, and then I dashed back and I got the counter evade. So now I can just block his stupid special because it's unblockable. I got the taunt with the steadfast. And I think we push him to another special one. The taunt's still up. And that's why it's, yeah, the taunt. I like the fact that the taunt this season, see, we didn't get the intercept there from the glide. We got a regular intercept. But I like the taunt is a little bit longer this season compared to last season because I always felt like it wasn't long enough. But, you know, whatever. Alright, so we dexed and blocked the rest of it. And then we get an intercept in the corner. So like intercept like that where it's just kind of like you're in the corner, shorten the combo. It just feels safer. It feels right. I'm fine with doing those. But yeah, whatever. Alright, and then we got another Titania. This one's just a rank 2, but this one's full health. Not like the last one that was partially taken down by somebody else. I'm going to put on some boosts. I don't know if we put on anything as far as gray boosts. Maybe not. I don't think so. Maybe not. Checking her out. 660, lucky son of a gun. 660 Titania. Okay, no, I do put on a invuln boost. But yeah, so we're gonna wait out. No, we're not going to wait out. Haymaker this time. Okay. We do have that was interesting. No taunt. It wasn't unblockable though. This one was unblockable, and we got tagged by it. Invuln boost did some work there. Okay. Counter evade. You gotta love it. We shrugged off the root. And the one nice thing with the taunt is, like, even with the bubble shield, if that tent hit is a special hit, you can just block it, which is pretty dope. Come on, throw it. Throw it. Of course you're not going to throw it. We did get the counter evade intercept off, so we could block that crap. And then launch the special one. Block this. And she did. There we go. Another Titania down on that bubble shield. Power focus 2 node. And then we got another photon. This one's just a rank 5, non-ascended, on the polka dot power stunning reflection node. I'm gonna put a little bit of health back into her, and we're gonna go at it. Kind of feel, I mean, I'm an hour into this footage, and I kind of feel like a broken record now, but she's just, Elsa has been awesome for Alliance War for these last 2 seasons. Is she still going to be awesome for other seasons? Oh yeah, I remember this. This dude had unfazed. So this was the first dude that I had fought in war that had unfazed, and I got smacked because of it. And I'm like, okay, so I can't use my counter evades, at least reliably. So yeah, that's no bueno. Okay, so now she's in pure light form. I do get an intercept there, just snuck it in, and then I tried to dex the last part when she's in light form. What am I thinking? Should have just blocked that crap. Whatever. And we're gonna light her up. I'm gonna light her up. Got the intercept. And then I think we just go for this. And she did. Elsa's good. And I adjusted. And the boss was like a Quicksilver or something. And it was the same guy. So I was like, I was potentially going to take that boss. But after he had Unphase, I'm like, no, I'm not taking that. That like totally screws over Elsa. Oh, and look. A freaking another dead dude. Morbius. Path 5. Section 2. I didn't see what note this was. Which one is it? Do I check? Putting a different boost on? Combat regen? Oh. Looks like I got hit earlier from some fight in section 1. I'm not sure which fight that was, because usually I have all these in order, but whatever. Oh, it was... I don't have the fight from... I took a... What's her name? Diamond Girl. And I got... Because this is pretty recent. Emma. I took an Emma Frost. I took some damage. I'm not sure where that fight is. Because I thought maybe I didn't record that fight. Or I lost the recording or something. Or I don't know. I'm trying to pull out all this footage from my phone. I had like 70 something war videos that were on my phone. I'm like, I gotta get rid of this stuff. I could have just deleted it, or I could put in some work like I'm trying to do right now and make a video of it. Decided I'd try to put in some work. There we go. Another dead dude. Dead. Oh, that's funny because his name was Muerte. Doesn't that mean dead? Death or something? All right, and then we got a Mysterio. I think this is another rank 3 Mysterio. This is a different one. This dude actually has suicides on. Yeah, I'm big boosted because I took a whole bunch of fights on this one set of boosts. So we do get a little bit of extra damage from him throwing specials, and then the bleeds from the recoil and whatnot. As far as like power gain, really is going to be the same because I have access to that incinerate for pretty much the whole uptime of the fight. We're going to shrug off that power drain and then wait off the miss thing that he's got going on. And then we're just going to go to town. So he's throwing 2 specials, so that's 10% extra plus the bleed damage at the start. But here we're going to blast him with a special 2, and I think this pretty much kills him. Oh yeah. Rank 3 Mysterio, no problem. A little bit of damage, a little bit of chip damage, a little bit of brute force, but not a big deal. Alright, and then non-war related, so this was from January's Paraguantlet. I just wanted to showcase this because this is what I was doing to like farm event quest completion points when it was going on. My Elsa just wrecked the first 4 fights. So I use Elsa for Luke Cage, Hood, trying to think of all the fights. There was a Mr.Negative, and there's somebody between Mr.Negative and Hood, and I can't remember who it was. But I used her for the first 4 fights, and they were generally all about a minute long. Now this fight is not the fastest one ever, but this was just one run that I recorded. Luke Cage goes down, pretty simple fight. And then we got this Hood. Who's after the Hood? Oh yeah, Daredevil. Daredevil's a little bit slower fight, but it also worked for him. So this has got like the Bane or whatnot. We just throw a lot of light attacks, get busted, let him throw a special, and then we counter and like just keep going and hope that we get some crits. Because with that crits with the busted damage, like you see the 7,000, 6,000, depending on how many busted debuffs we got up, it's quite significant. And he's just kind of melting away. And again, this wasn't probably the cleanest run because we took some damage, but it worked out okay. But it's just kind of nice, like going through the gauntlet, Paraguantlet, that I don't have to swap anybody out, and just kind of got one champ to do 2/3 of it, which is pretty cool. Anybody could have really done this fight. The one nice thing Elsa's got going for somebody like Daredevil is got the counter evade, because he can purify the stuns. It kind of gives you an opening to do that, to get in and start smashing away. And then this note, I think like every time you like dex, you get a fury, which I haven't really dexed much. And then a lot of like the busted debuffs, they get purified off and whatnot, but she's taking care of him pretty quick. And I probably could have stayed closer to him and got some extra furies and whatnot, but whatever, he's dead. He's dead, and then we got a Mr.Negative to finish up. So I had done this quest, you know, I try to usually get around 100k points every event quest completion. And, you know, you can do like 4 or 5 rounds of Paraguantlet for 6 energy, which is super cheap, and get some easy points to get the milestones for the solo event quest, and then you know, usually around 100,000 gets you top 1 to 10%, which kind of gives you some of those extra relic shards, the 5-star shards, which is nice, and whatnot. Which, you know, it's not like a huge deal, but like 100 5-star relic shards every day, you know, granted I don't do all of the solo events and get top 1 to 10% every day. It's not the biggest thing, but like it slowly adds up. And this one you had to have, it's like acid wash or whatever, you had to have poisons on, which means you had to like parry. And if you parry, you give him light energy, and then he converts it if he throws the special one. But Elsa took care of him. I'm gonna try to see, there's a couple other fights that I was thinking that I had. Let me see if I can find those. Alright, here's 2 of them. There's a couple more I'm not sure where they went, or I've just lost track of them, but here's another Ebb and Flow Intercept, Path 5 Section 2 against a Spider Pig, SpiderHam, and Elsa just loves her some little piggy. So Pig is tactic, but his special one is pretty easy to evade, just as is. So we're gonna bait that out. And try to bait that out. Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go, and we can just evade it. No big deal. And then we're going to use the auto evade, not the counter attack. And then we're going to hit him with that. He throws a special, which is actually kind of nice because then all those debuffs stick on him. And then we get another intercept. And then I think we're going to get the counter evade. Come on, we're going to just use the counter evade. Just use the counter evade. There we go. And then he's dead. So that went well. And then the last fight that I found that I remember that was recent is this thing fight. It's on the second island where it's got the unblockable with regen, reinvigorate, and unblockable, which is not a big deal. But the other ones are burden of might. So having power is going to be a thing of an issue because I'm going to get crits and precisions, and then those are going to drain my power. But then the high energy diet. So I do not want to use specials against this thing, because if I do, I'm going to apply an incinerate, and then the high energy diet is going to feed him power. So I'm just going to use light ending attacks. And you're going to see like how good she can do. So we activated protection with the stun. We're going to push him to 15. And we're just going to dex it. We're not going to use the... I'm not going to worry about using the taunt and the steadfast. And then we're going to hit the 15 in the block. And then we're just going to hit things special, at least for me. You know, I play things so much on attack a lot. Not recently in war, but I just play him a lot. So like him with his specials, like I can evade him. So, but you can see like with the busted debuffs, when I crit, I'm getting some chunks of damage, and it's pretty decent. Like that one was like 7,800, and then we're just gonna finish him off right here. Yeah, there we go. Rank 5 thing. Busted up. I think that's about it, but thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is a little bit different than I normally do. If you like this kind of video, let me know. I'm thinking about compiling a footage with my second most used attacker in these last 2 seasons, which is Idoom, infamous Iron Man. And he's been pretty awesome. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.